The Buffalo Bills just got a triple dose of good news. Bills Mafia, today we're going to break it all down. The three moves that are drawing our attention, that are giving us hope for the future, and I think are going to prove to us why this isn't the same old Bills, and ultimately why this team is not a regressing team, but it's actually an ascending team. But I want to break down after these three moves how the timing couldn't be better. I want to talk about how these players, these realities are perfect fits for our team right now, but then also the ripple effects going into the next couple weeks, especially as we play against the Panthers, who are running the ball well, and we go against the Chiefs in just a couple weeks. But before we get into it, my name is Colin. This is Crack the Table. We're all Bills, no breaks, every single day, breaking down Buffalo Bills content. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to smash the like button, but also drop a Go Bills. And even right now, tell me which of these moves, as I break them down, are you most excited for? Let's get right into it, guys. Mad Max is back. I'm going to show you his 40 time in a little bit, but we have had confirmation from the Buffalo Bills that his 21-day window has opened. I called it last week. I knew that it was coming soon, and this is really good news. Based off his injury, by week 6, he was doing some drills. I'm going to show you some drills in a little bit. By week 8, he was already increasing, I think, the weight and the stress on his knee. He had a grade 2 LCL sprain in late July, but he is back, and I want to talk about a little bit about his player profile. Again, when we look at his RAS score, we see just how elite he was. I really appreciate these RAS scores. He does a great job, but he ranked 104th out of 2,761 cornerbacks with his athletic profile. But when we just look at this, again, we look at some of his measurables, and they are incredible. And we'll talk about some of his intangibles, but he clocked a 4.28 40. He has elite top end speed, which is going to be so incredible for us, especially since we've been throwing Trey White out there. He is going to erase these vertical threats from our defense, and really he's going to add a lot of value to the zone coverage that we've been playing too. I'm going to talk about that again in a moment, but he posted a 39.5 vertical, and his broad jump was insane. His broad jump was 10 feet 9 inches. Again, just confirming that he has an elite level of explosiveness in his lower body, which we really want to see. This is going to be great for contested catches. This is going to be, great for even as a rookie. If he loses a step on a player, he's going to have the ability to sprint back up, catch back up to some of these guys. In college, he was a ball hawk. In college, this guy had 6 interceptions, 3 pick sixes at Kentucky. A couple weeks ago, I showed you a video talking about this guy just getting some interest back in him, but it showed that he was just continually getting turnovers. He was continually putting himself in positions to make the turnover, make the interception, bat the pass down. He was one of the top corners in the SEC when he was playing. He only allowed a 45% completion percentage in college when he was targeted. He thrived in zone coverages and cover 3 and quarters, which is exactly what Sean McDermott and Bobby Babich are going to employ for him. Again, I'm still calling that we would play more man coverage, but you know what? I'm not the coach. I don't get to make those decisions. But regardless, this is a player that fits our scheme right now. He recorded 87 tackles in college, showing, again, a willingness not just to play fancy football on the outside against receivers, but to get low, to make tackles, to have a strong technique and run support, which, again, we've seen Teron Johnson and Benford miss tackles in the run game. This is a guy who has a smaller frame himself, but he is gritty, and he is going to get after the runner and the receiver. He's known in college and even in his scouting profile coming out. He's known for his short area burst and his route anticipation. He's very, very smart, which is going to be crucial for whenever we have nickel packages or whenever we have these dime looks. When he is out, maybe ISO'd on a receiver, when he is out in a specific zone and can sense when it's a run and it's just a decoy receiver, he is going to make some really smart moves. You just have to watch for. Again, he's versatile. He's a versatile outside corner who can play, frankly, every single position in the corner cornerback room, but probably going to be, the guy who's covering the X receiver long term, maybe next to Benford in those, depending on the teams we're playing against. But again, returning from injury, his 21-day window is just opening, so he's not back quite yet, but he's got fresh legs, and he's a much-needed depth in the rotation that's been thin ever since, Trey White has just been holding down that CB2 spot. But again, this is a player who's going to come in and is going to help really, really soon. But just overall bottom line with him, he's got elite upside, elite speed, instincts, ball skills. But I want to get to our second dose of good news. Actually, before we do that, let's just watch this 40 time again. 4.28. He is fast. 4.29. I think it was official 4.28. But looking at some of this, again, just looking on the screen, he's had these braces on. These were a couple weeks ago. This is actually in September. This is about a month ago now. Again, he was tracking normally for his grade 2 LCL sprain. But the other guys that I want to talk about are Michael Hoyt and Larry Okunjobi, who aren't just guys who are suspended on a roster that we've never seen play before, but they are back, Bills Mafia. And I want to talk about, again, the player profile of Michael Hoyt just a moment. Again, he himself had almost a 10 relative athletic score, 9.93, ranking in the top 1% in defensive linemen, in defensive linemen all time. This guy is an edge or interior hybrid. He can play linebacker, he can play edge, he can play pretty much anywhere in the front seven. But 285, he ran a 4.65 40, making him faster than any or really most tight ends in the NFL. He's had a great career so far. Obviously, with the PED suspension, we don't know exactly the kind of player that we're getting back, but he tallied 13 and a half sacks and about 30 tackles for loss between college and the NFL so far. Again, he brings a positional versatility, edge, 3-tech, 5-tech, which is going to let the Buffalo Bills have a lot of fresh players coming in, which I think we've seen that. But just overall as a player, this guy has had a relentless motor. Michael Hoyt is a monster. Michael Hoyt, he reminds me really of the early years of like Joey Bosa, where he just continually grinds and has a high motor, but he's an experienced starter who's coming in. We are going to feel the effect of Michael Hoyt coming in and Larry Okunjobi. We're going to talk about him again in a moment, but we're going to feel the effect of them very, very soon because they are going to help collapse the pockets against even some of the bigger linemen because they are strong men. I actually want to show you this picture of Larry Okunjobi. We're going to talk about him in a second, but just look how big this dude is. He is so ready to come in. And of course, last year he played for the Steelers, but he came in and he is going to absolutely be a monster. Both of these guys are going to help improve the run defense. I want to talk a little bit about, or maybe just one last concluding statement here on Michael Hoyt is like his blend of size, athleticism, and effort gives Buffalo flexibility on the inside and the outside, which is really going to help Ed Oliver, which is really going to help Deion Walker, which is really going to help Joey Bosa and Greg Rousseau on the outside. And I think this is the underrated part about Michael Hoyt. It's going to help him. It's going to help our team in the linebacking core, which has been thin. Sorry, guys, a little sick right now. But Larry Okunjobi, the next guy I want to talk about, he has been a monster on the interior defensive line. He's 31 years old. He's an older guy. He's logged 12 tackles for loss since 2021, showcasing, again, consistent penetration in the interior side of the defensive line. He is going to play 1-tech or 3-tech with our defense. Most likely, he is going to be at a high rotation piece with Ed Oliver and Deion Walker. We'll see what happens with Daquan Jones if he makes his way back. But again, he had 7 sacks in one season a couple years ago, excels at 2 gaps, and really even against power run teams, he is just a stalwart, on a bulwark on the inside, right? He has a career pressure rate that's around 10%, with league average a little bit lower than that. So he's been a really good player. Outside of these PED issues, he had 100 games played in 9 seasons. So he's not like super fragile, despite the heavy workloads that he's had. He's been a productive player. He's been a good player. But we're bringing him in as a rotational piece on this defensive line, We'll see what happens with Deion Walker and his ascension. But bottom line, again, Hoyt and Ogunjobi are going to be great additions. But Ogunjobi gives Buffalo what it's been missing with Daquan Jones and Dwayne Carter out. He's an experienced disruptor who's an anchor. He can stop both the run and get after the quarterback really early in the games. And I want to talk just, again, generally about some of these guys, why the timing couldn't be better, and just a couple other things. Hairston has speed, and he has the ability to cause more turnovers. We've been weak in that department all this year. Hoyt is bringing that versatility and that pressure. And again, Ogunjobi is going to bring stability in the run stuffing game, which we really need. For the first time since week 2, the Bills defense is going to have reloaded bodies instead of losing bodies with this bye week. It came at a very, very crucial time. We needed it. Hoyt and Ogunjobi are going to be back versus the Panthers. The Panthers, without Bryce Young, are going to probably run the ball more with Rico Dowdle and with Chuba Hubbard. We know that we've seen that in their game plan the last couple weeks. Rico Dowdle was on a tear for a couple weeks. But again, with Andy Dalton in, he's a game manager. He is not, I just don't think he's going to rip us apart on the back end. Some of you guys are looking at history from 10 years ago saying that he's going to do that. I just don't think that's the case. This is a guy who never really even won a playoff game. The defense right now for our team has quietly, or maybe not quietly, but has slipped down to some of the worst rankings in the NFL against the run. But a guy like Larry Ogunjobi and Michael Hoyt in the front 7 are going to come in and change that. The big playoff picture for us within this is that these guys are going to come in, they're going to contribute, they're going to keep others fresh, and it's not just about it's not just about what they can contribute right now. It's what they can do down the line. And so I think there's some ripple effects for a Buffalo season. We know we have the Panthers coming up, but we know right after that we're going to face the Chiefs. I'm not so concerned about the Chiefs run game. I'm more so concerned about still Travis Kelce, even though he's getting older, and I'm still concerned about their wide receivers. Rashee Rice just had a big game. He's back, and we also have X-Worthy who's there. They've got a couple other guys on the outside there that like Tyquan Thornton, who's had some deep balls, but this adds fresh legs, veteran leadership, and energy in the locker room. We've been asking for fire in this locker room. Hoyt and Ogunjobi are bringing more fire. Joey Bosa and Ed Oliver, now healthy, are going to be continually given the opportunity to rest and play at an elite level. Expect upticks, I think, in our third down defense. Expect upticks in our red zone efficiency, our red zone stops, and even takeaways once Maxwell Hairston gets back. Again, the triple dose of good news could be that the Buffalo Bills as a team aren't just a bottom 5 defense anymore, but they're actually a top 10 unit going into November. But a couple last things. These guys are really just perfect fits. Larry Ogunjobi is the veteran interior anchor that we've been wanting alongside Ed Oliver this entire year. Daquan Jones was never going to be the guy. He's older, but Larry Ogunjobi is a better player. Michael Hoyt, the hybrid edge and interior, who's got the elite athleticism and a very, very high motor and still a younger guy. McDermott is going to use him really well. Bobby Babich is going to use him really well to disguise looks and keep, again, rotations fresh. I can't not beat the drum on that one. But Maxwell Hairston in about 21 days is going to be back fully ready to go. Hopefully, we'll see if it's got to be before then, or else he's got to go on IR for the year. I hope it's sooner rather than later. I hope it's against the Chiefs, but even then, he's going to have some limited snap counts. People are asking this morning about Michael Hoyt, or they're asking right now about Maxwell Hairston. Is him coming back? Is he going to be ready? He's going to need some time. He is going to need some time. But you know what? He is an elite athlete who's been studying the game relentlessly over the last 3-4 months, and so I think he's going to show up in a bigger way sooner rather than later. But in all of it, again, the bottom line, 3 players, 3 positions, 1 message. The Bills are not fading. They are reloading. And once Maxwell Hairston gets back, they will be fully reloaded. They'll be ready to go. But again, in all of it, my name is Colin. This is Crack the Table, where all Bills no breaks every single day, just breaking down Buffalo Bills content. Thank you so much for watching this video and sticking around to the end. God bless. Go Bills. Have a great day.